Now, on Pittsburgh's Action News 4.
There's a large crime scene here, several dozen case shellings.
Bullet holes and broken glass.
We heard the gunshots. We locked the door and watched out the window.
2 people hit after this drive-by shooting that happened right in front of the Greenfield Giant Eagle.
He said, I'm licensed to carry. I've been hit. Please get me help.
Tonight, the latest on the police investigation.
Pittsburgh's Action News 4 begins with breaking news.
Right now, hours after the shootout at this bus shelter, the Giant Eagle remains closed. The search continues for the gunman, and at least one of 2 people hit as nearby shoppers took cover remains in Mercy Hospital.
That's where just moments ago, Pittsburgh's Action News 4 reporter Bo Berman spoke to the victim's mother. He joins us live now with her message. Bo.
Yeah, good evening, Shannon and Andrew. We did talk to some family members here at the hospital. The mother of the male victim, she tells me her name is Monique. Her son's name is Michael Struthers Jr. Tells me he's okay, alert, and talking tonight inside UPMC Mercy Hospital behind me here. We're going to roll a picture right now of him that she provided to Pittsburgh's Action News 4. She did confirm that her son was licensed to carry a handgun. She says that this car drove up and started firing at him and a young lady who just happened to be standing next to him at the bus stop right next to that Giant Eagle. She says her son did not know that young lady. She says the young woman has now been released from the hospital. Tonight, she's hoping her son's going to be okay. Pittsburgh police officers canvassing the Greenfield community in the minutes and hours after 2 people were shot during a gun battle by the Murray Avenue Giant Eagle parking lot. So as soon as you heard the first shots?
We locked the door.
Employees in First National Bank watching the shooting unfold.
We heard the gunshots. We locked the door and watched out the window.
Pittsburgh police say the man and woman who were shot were together. Police won't confirm that one of them fired back. However, witnesses and sources tell Pittsburgh's Action News 4 there was an exchange of gunfire. The window of this SUV was shot out, the owner saying a bullet went through her baby's car seat inside. Fortunately, no one was in the vehicle during the shooting.
It appears that we are very fortunate that no other individuals were struck by bullets.
The person or people who fired at the man and woman haven't been located, despite efforts from police to search the immediate neighborhood.
There was an individual that was reported to have a gun, and we're taking the appropriate precautions on that.
Bullet holes visible by the bus stop shelter that was shot out, and shock felt from those who witnessed the outpouring of violence in the normally safe Greenfield business district. Was your heart racing, or?
Yes.
Now tonight, police continue to search for whoever opened fire initially in this shooting. And that mother, meanwhile, so I asked her, what is the message you want to get across tonight? She said 2 things. 1, she said, my son is a good kid. She said, number 2, she implores everybody to stop shooting each other, she said, out there in various neighborhoods. And tonight, so far, no arrests in this case whatsoever. Reporting live tonight from UPMC Mercy, Bo Berman, Pittsburgh's Action News 4.
All right, Bo, thank you. Meantime, a witness captured this video just minutes after the shooting. One of many people forced to duck for cover in the busy Giant Eagle parking lot.
And tonight, Pittsburgh's Action News 4 reporter Jim Madalinsky continues our team coverage with a couple who says they came too close to the shooter for comfort.
The chaos unfolded as Beth and James Blair sat in their car in the Giant Eagle parking lot.
We heard approximately 6 to 8 shots from the corner of the Giant Eagle. I yelled and screamed, "Get down, I hear gunfire."
Those shots ringing out during one of the busiest times of the day in the Greenfield area. The Blairs tell us they saw one man who was shot run into the Giant Eagle.
He said, I'm licensed to carry. I've been hit. Please get me help.
Yeah.
Multiple bullet casings left behind show how the scene played out during this drive-by shooting as investigators worked to piece it all together. This windshield shattered in the parking lot and the bus stop where the shooting began destroyed. Witnesses say the car where the initial gunfire came from drove off while the victim returned gunfire. The heart-pounding moments of shock to the Blairs, who watched and worked to make sure no one else got caught in the crossfire.
And I was yelling at people across the street who are just wandering. I said, "Get down, there's gunfire."
In Greenfield, Jim Madalinsky, Pittsburgh's Action News 4.
Now, seconds after those bullets flew, dispatchers got calls. In fact, witnesses frantically dialing 911 to report the violence.
Those dispatchers and first responders in communication for the next few hours over their radios, attending to the wounded and searching for the shooters.
Loretta, got multiple shots fired, first call on it.
After the shots fired call, police are hungry for any description they can get of the bad guys, of their car.
I'm already get reports that they saw a white car speed away towards Hazelwood, possibly an older model, nothing more.
Sometimes witness information is conflicting.
Witness says it was a black sedan-style vehicle firing at the two that ended up in Giant Eagle. Went up Loretta, probably towards Hazelwood.
Confusion over where the shooter was.
We had a witness say there might still be a shooter inside the store.
Dispatchers clearing up that very important piece of information.
Shooter is not inside the store. This happens outside, and they come running in. There's no active shooter in there.
Big 9, you copy. No active shooter inside the store. They happened outside. They came in.
Piecing together the puzzle of a violent crime.
It's 3411. Medic 7 is going to be transporting one male from the scene to Mercy. I will be riding, or my partner's riding. I'll be riding, following behind him.
And doing what they can to restore safety to Pittsburgh streets. So right now, at least one victim remains in the hospital. That Giant Eagle remains closed, and the gunman who opened fire outside a busy grocery store still on the run.
Now, just before that shooting broke out in Greenfield, police responded to more gunfire outside the Super Stop convenience store in Rankin, only about 4 miles away. Paramedics rushed to the 20-year-old victim, after a person took a bullet to the chest. And right now, investigators are working to uncover who pulled the trigger and why. I want to turn myself in for murder. I murdered my girlfriend. That's a confession allegedly made to a stranger by a Pittsburgh man just charged with shooting the mother of his child to death.
Pittsburgh police filing charges tonight against Calvin Alston and Vera Butler's July 28th killing. It happened in the city's Perry South section. Investigators say Alston shot Butler along Luray Street following a domestic dispute, leaving that victim to die on the sidewalk. After confessing to a stranger on the street 5 days later, police took Alston, who was wanted on a warrant out of Texas, into custody. Now, while that accused killer sits behind bars, a multi-state manhunt for a suspect accused of threatening the President of the United States is now centered on Allegheny County after surveillance cameras caught Sean Christie in Wexford at this Sheetz. This photo taken Monday around 4:50 a.m. Christie is wanted by the FBI. He's been wanted since June. He's considered armed and dangerous. A $10,000 reward is now up for grabs for information leading to Christie's arrest. And right now we are getting our very first look at the damage done by the car that hit a home in the city of Duquesne, leaving a hole in the side of the house here along South 6th Street. No injuries here, but now a search is underway for the driver and passengers who police say ran away from the stolen sedan in the seconds after impact.
Let's turn now to Pittsburgh's action weather, tracking a break from the rain just in time for the weekend.
And it is the weekend. Chief Meteorologist Mike Harvey. So we're clearing out with rain, but that humidity is going to ramp up.
Yeah, it is going to be warm. It's going to be humid this weekend. But you saw it this evening where we had the clouds clear out, a little bit of sunshine by the end of the day, and that's kind of what we're expecting for the weekend. The radar shows that you can see the rain out to the east, the clear skies that have moved in, and for much of the weekend we'll be seeing partly cloudy skies, and then on Sunday even mostly sunny skies. Right now, it is clear out there. Very nice evening. And as we head into tomorrow, this is Saturday, in the morning and up till noon, we're looking at partly cloudy skies. It could be a stray shower, but that's pretty much it. Almost all locations will be staying dry on Saturday. Sunday, everybody will be dry. Tomorrow, we're looking at high temperatures that will be in the mid-80s. For most of us, it will be partly cloudy skies as we head through the day. I'll have more on the rest of your weekend forecast and just how warm it's going to get on Sunday. That's coming up here in just a few minutes.
Looking forward to that. Thanks, Mike. Action traffic now with a closure that could cause confusion. It's not a crime scene on Pett Avenue in Wilkinsburg. This is a movie set. The busy street shut down between Princeton and Grand Boulevards right now for filming at least until 4 o'clock this morning. Tonight, only Pittsburgh's Action News 4 is following the search for a car stolen from a 77-year-old Irwin woman who is living with disabilities. That car stolen while she unloaded her groceries this morning.
Mike Brandhover says his mother has a designated parking spot in front of her home, but parked in the back alley today to carry her groceries inside. That's when someone jumped in the car and stole it after she left the keys in the ignition and the engine on. The white two-door Chevy Cavalier is still missing tonight.
I feel bad for my mom. Like I said, she lives on a very meager income. This is her only way of getting out to see friends. I'm a little angry that somebody would victimize a poor elderly woman.
Brandhover does tell us he filed a report with the Irwin Police Department. And you saw this first as breaking news. 2 people pulled from a burning mobile home in Chartiers Township. Now the search is on for what sparked the 6-foot-high flames. We're also working to learn the conditions of the man and woman freed from that fire by first responders.
We're talking about Steelers training camp going prime time tonight. They're skipping the sun at St. Vincent for football under the lights.
Westmoreland Bureau reporter Brittany Hoke at Latrobe Memorial Stadium tonight, where Steeler Nation showed up over 10,000 strong.
It is Friday Night Lights here in Latrobe, and the fans, well, they have shown up. We have got a packed stadium, and it is shoulder to shoulder along this fence. Those fans ready to get as close as they can to their favorite players, and they tell me they are having a blast.
And the Steelers are awesome.
Steelers fans are out in force for Friday Night Lights, one of the biggest highlights of training camp. Rick Shirey may be from Philly, but his sports-loving heart is in the Burgh. If only his son's was.
Unfortunately, my son's an Eagles fan, but I can't take it away from him.
No family feuds here, though. This mom and son are on the same team.
It's actually been on my bucket list for quite a while to come and see the Steelers at the training camp. So this is my son, Bill, and he's with me.
Bill just can't wait to see his favorite player hit the field tonight.
I would say Ben, Big Ben.
And he has a lot in common with this diehard fan in the making.
Tell her what you did this morning.
Yelled because we were coming.
You yelled?
Uh-huh.
Who did you yell the loudest for?
Big Ben.
And it just wouldn't be a Steelers anything without their biggest fan. You've probably seen her, the girl with the Steelers tattoos. She added 5 more since just last year for a total of 23, and she isn't done yet.
I'm going to do 10 more tattoos for 1933 because the Steelers were born in 1933.
These super fans, well, they're already making plans for next year.
Try my best to be here until the good Lord says no more.
In Latrobe, Brittany Hoke, Pittsburgh's Action News 4.
Those fans are legit. All right, more new on 4 pulled from store shelves in Pennsylvania. What the FDA says could be in this mill that shouldn't be. And only on 4. A teenager's reason to regatta, hitting the 3 rivers to help others living with his physical challenge.
And Chris Archer making his highly anticipated home debut with Pirate fans hanging on his every pitch tonight. The hurler's hits and misses.
A nice evening, current temperature of 70 degrees, mostly clear skies. It is humid with a dew point of 68 degrees as we take it into tomorrow. Temperatures on the rise. Highs will be in the mid-80s. Humidity will be up as well, but we're going to get rid of most of the rain. We'll have more on the weekend forecast coming up in just a minute.
You can hide, we can see your racist side.
Last week, protesters against police violence confronted Pittsburgh's chief of police right in the middle of a downtown street. Pittsburgh's public safety director was also there, and new tonight, he talks about those moments when the protesters entered the new restricted zones.
We've repeatedly asked, to meet with the protesters and to work with them, and we even offered that day for them to come in and talk to us. So we're trying to work with them, but at the same time, as mentioned within the policy, we just can't put the public in danger.
Now more new on 4 tonight. A sergeant with the Allegheny County Sheriff's Office on his way to work this morning when he spotted something that just didn't seem right.
Yeah, a man asleep at the wheel, his foot on the brake, the car in drive. Inside that car at the intersection of Crane Avenue and Banksville Road, balloons known to be used in the distribution of drugs. Now, the man behind the wheel, 55-year-old John Straka of Bridgeville, facing a list of charges. For your money now, with the news that more than 145,000 cartons of almond milk are being recalled for containing actual milk.
The recall applies to all half-gallon vanilla almond breeze cartons with a September 2nd use-by date. Tainted cartons were shipped to stores in 28 states, including Pennsylvania. One person has reported having an allergic reaction, but no medical treatment was required. And get them while you can. The closure of the Necco plant in Massachusetts, leaving a limited supply of the popular Clark bars. In fact, Grandpa Joe's Candy Shop in the Strip District says it has only 1,000 cases of candy left before they run out. The store posting this image to social media, asking for someone to please rescue the production of this Pittsburgh classic. Now to the flight delay that put a damper on the EQT Three Rivers Regatta tonight. Sugar Ray canceling tonight's performance because the band could not arrive in time to take the stage.
Yeah, a real bummer here. Instead, though, rock country singer and Waynesburg native Jackson Gardner took their place. He's out of Greene County. Organizers say anyone who bought VIP tickets for Sugar Ray, they will get a refund. One of the highlights of the Three Rivers Regatta weekend, the Anything That Floats race, right? We're talking about those homemade boats put to the test.
Always a lot of fun, but only on 4. This year's defending champion returns not only to defend that title, but make a statement about survival.
It's heartbreaking. It's life-changing. Through the whole process, he's been our rock.
He is Chris D'Apollonia, showing courage by example, living with type 1 diabetes.
It's his strength, it's his courage that kind of pushes the rest of us to fight harder for him.
And his family has done just that through Christopher's Quest, a team dedicated to fighting diabetes, raising funds while having fun. 2 years ago, they discovered the regatta's Anything That Floats race.
Well, when we were looking for different ways to fundraise, my aunt came across it and showed us the idea, and my uncle said, let's do it, and just built a boat within a few months, and we went and actually came in second the first year. And then we won last year, so we're coming back again.
35 family members have played a role in building the boats and following them from PNC Park to the finish line.
I helped design the boat a little, and like with the decorations, and then I kind of went to the practice run just to see how that went.
But Christopher was not able to ride the vessel to victory. That will not be the case this year.
Christopher was too young last year to race, so he's super excited to be participating himself this year.
And we wish Chris and his team all the best on the waters. By the way, Saturday's winners get $2,500 for the charity of their choice. The categories include fastest vessel, greenest vessel, and most creative boat design. And Pittsburgh's Action News 4 has a full list of the rest of the weekend's activities posted online right now. Just tap the free WTAE mobile app.